Hi everybody, this is your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 19th of November. It's really nice to be with you today. Thank you for joining me. I'm using the Druidcraft deck for today's reading and I'm going to choose 3 cards here to give you an insight into the day, what you'll be working with and what the energy is all about on Sunday the 19th. So I hope you've had a wonderful weekend and a great November so far. Let's have a look at what this day is about. These cards are really big, so they just fit into the screen, which is great. Okay, so we have the Princess of Swords in reverse. That's kind of like the Knight of Swords. So she's in reverse. Then we have the Moon in reverse. And finally, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. So the Princess of Swords, like the Knight of Swords, really doesn't know what to do. She's kind of just having a look at this sword. It's all tangled up. She's kind of thinking, what am I supposed to do with this big knife? The Knight of Swords usually is on a horse that's just rushing into the fray. He's got wings on his helmet. He's got wings on his feet. Everything is about movement. Everything is about rushing forward. Everything is about getting things done immediately. And when the card is in reverse, it's not about rushing forward and just getting everything sorted out, but it's taking a little bit of extra time to contemplate what's going on, to think about what you're doing, and in this case, to actually figure out what you're doing with the information that's already been given to you. The blue is peace, and it's emotion, it's water, it's intuition. So rather than just using your ideas and your thoughts to figure things out, sometimes we get ideas in our minds that come from the higher self. Sometimes we get ideas that come from our ego and that are designed to kind of derail us and to make things more difficult. So you're not going to be able to figure everything out just by thinking about it. You're going to be able to figure things out by using your intuition and your feelings. So an ego thought, ego guidance is often, it feels really uncomfortable, it feels urgent, it feels like you have to immediately go out and rush it off and do it. Otherwise, something dreadful is going to happen. That's the way the ego tries to get us to kind of make mistakes and to trip all over ourselves. If the message and if the ideas, they feel calm, they're repetitive, and you have to kind of strain to listen to them, and they feel very gentle and soft and soothing, that's from the higher self, even if it's a thought that may be a little bit unsettling in itself because it's asking you to do something different. The other thing that she's got on here is this purple sash. And purple is about the intuition. Again, it's about the third eye. It's about your third eye chakra, and it's about seeing what it is you want to achieve. It's about using your clairvoyance, your clairsentience. It's about using your intuitive abilities to kind of look at what the future may hold. Okay, so rather than taking the sword and just saying, okay, I really have no idea what to do with it, but I'm just going to use it for something to, I don't know, cut these flowers off or whatever. Instead of just using it and not really knowing what the outcome is going to be, don't take as much action because it's in reverse. Instead, contemplate the things that have been going on, contemplate how you feel about them, and look at how your actions potentially could influence your future. It's interesting because this is the day after a new moon in Scorpio, and a new moon is always a time of planting new seeds of intention and having the energy to move forward and to move ahead. Now, that happened on Saturday. Here we are on Sunday. And just in terms of the week, it's worked out that you've got another day of potential contemplation here because most people don't work on a Sunday. So if there have been new things coming in, new ideas, new feelings, new messages, don't run off and immediately take action on them. Instead, contemplate them a little bit more and you'll get greater insights emotionally about who you are internally, what you're all about, and you'll also get a vision of the future and how you can shape the future so that you're pleased with it and so that you can influence the future in a way that you want it to be. The next card is the Moon in reverse. And the moon, when it's this way around, interesting also that the moon is in reverse after a new moon. So interesting. When the moon is this way around, it's about fear. It's about having this really difficult part. Imagine you're on a boat, okay, and you land here. And what you're welcomed with is these two wolves howling, these two super ominous stones standing there on the side of a cliff, this kind of eerie moon there in the sky, and then you have to walk through these rocks, and it's all very barren and scary, and even the crabs are kind of hiding. It's a scary card. The moon this way around represents fear, and it represents having a path ahead of you which is full of dread and full of dangers that you have to kind of navigate, and that's kind of scary, and you have to do it all alone. So thank goodness it's in reverse, because that doesn't apply. You're not governed by fear, and you're not governed by fear because you don't feel driven and you don't feel the urge to move forward. If both of these cards were upright, then you'd have this scary path ahead of you. The Princess of Swords would say, okay, it's ego time. You have to walk this path and you have to move forward regardless of your fears for freedom. But they are in reverse. So you don't have to undertake anything that is scary, or you don't feel driven into a situation by your own ego. Like, if I don't take action now, I'm going to miss the opportunity forever, and I'm going to miss out on something wonderful that I could have in my life forever and ever, and I have to do it now, otherwise it's gone. That's not the case. You don't have to progress. You don't have to kind of force yourself into some sort of difficult situation. All you can do, or all you need to do, is really relax, enjoy yourself, listen to your feelings, look at what the future holds. If you do readings for yourself, if you use tarot, if you use meditation and just kind of tuning in and seeing what's coming up for you, if you use runes, or you read coffee grinds, or whatever way you look at what's coming up in the future, it's a really good day to kind of divine what's coming up, because you have that within you. So for all of you guys who are tarot readers or intuitives yourself, this is a great day to tap into your own kind of energy field and see what your options are and what actions are going to have what outcome. So you can say, okay, if I do A, B, or C, and then you can look at the outcome of A, B, and C. You really have that within you today. And the reason I say that is because of the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles, you can see this druid with his golden sickle there, harvesting some mistletoe. And that's what it's about. It's about harvesting. It's about getting something. It's about acquiring something that is, rare, that is valuable, and it's as a result of the work that you've been doing. The Seven of Pentacles, and Pentacles in itself, is about physical activity. It's about work. It's about money. It's about the body. It's about anything that has to do with the real world. And look, it's the middle of winter here in this card, but we've got this mistletoe growing, and that's something that's kind of rare, for a flower to be blooming in the middle of December if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. So regardless of what your circumstances are, no matter how barren things look right now, no matter how hopeless or scary the path ahead seems, it's not. It's not going to be scary, because you've been given a major gift today. Yesterday, you probably planted some seeds of intention to see what you want to move ahead with and what you want the future to be. Today, you have a day of sorting that out even more and getting an even clearer picture of what you want. And if you do that today, and if you look at your different options, you'll be able to harvest the good and choose the best way forward that's going to enrich your life, and that's going to make it more positive, and that's going to really make your experience feel much richer and fulfilling, and more aligned with who you really are and where you really want to go. The green cloak here is nature, and it's something happening organically. So this is a process that organically kind of arises out of yourself, which allows you to then make the right choice. And then when you go into the next day, Monday, you'll have a clear idea of what you're doing, what you're going to be focusing on, and how you can use your energy in the best way to have the best possible outcome. So this is a really wonderful day of contemplation, insight and really getting these gems and these amazing answers in terms of your personal insights, and really being able to use those insights in a practical way to make your life look better. So we couldn't ask for much more than this. This is amazing. And take 5 minutes or take 5 seconds, however long it takes you to kind of look at these things. Or if you want to really be practical and do a very in-depth thing, get a piece of paper and make a couple of columns and see what your ideas are. If you have ideas about maybe working as a chiropractor, or you're also contemplating moving and your love life has been something that you've been thinking about, look at what you want to achieve in all those areas. See what feels best, what feels most important, what your guidance is telling you to kind of focus on. Contemplate that. Don't take any action on it today. See how it feels. Sit on it a little bit, and then tomorrow you can start on your path and you can have that knowledge within you, and everything you do then in the background, your head is working on achieving that goal, and every action is going to lead you closer to one step closer to achieving that goal. So knowledge is power here, and it's knowledge that only you can get for yourself internally. It's not given to you by your local vicar or your mother. It's something that comes via your feelings, and you can see what the future is going to be as a result of the choices that you're going to make. Amazing. So this is a chord card, so that's 1. And this is 18, so that's 19. And 7 is 26. 2 and 6 is 8. And 8 in numerology is about power. So by listening to your feelings, you really are given the power to alter your future. I hope you have a wonderful day with lots of insights and lots of wonderful information coming in. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. In my readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. The astrology in particular gives me a blueprint of your soul. It shows me what your vocational aptitudes are, why you've come into this lifetime, what your life purpose is, what your strengths and weaknesses are. And by using the tarot, numerology, and the predictive astrology, I look at what's coming up for you in future via your love life, your finances, career, promotions, any moves that may be coming up, health issues, family stuff, whether it's the right time to try and fix relationships, or whether you're better off using your energy in terms of other things in your life. And we can also discuss the things that are coming up for you on this day. So if you've got a couple of options and you're not quite sure which one is the most important, we can look at that and see if we can kind of find some guidance in terms of getting clarity on your path forward. So if you're interested in that, then please get in touch via the website gregoryscott.com. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.